Hello, dear colleagues. Today we are going to talk more about lexical transformations and see how they work in the text. Before I start, I would like to say a couple of words why we need them and what they bring to our translations. If we know what we are talking about and if we know the subject very well, then we are able to step a bit aside and give something new to the text, and then our translation is a creative work and it is a bit different from word to word translation. But we should be very careful. If we don't know the subject so well, we are not able to make these transformations without any losses. The first sentence is as follows. Справжня поява глобального капіталізму відбулася, коли світ зіткнувся з енергетичною кризою. And the translation. The world felt the presence of global capitalism when it did not know how to deal with the energy crisis. Поява is translated as felt the presence. So поява, presence. And we can see that the presence is a result of something which appeared. So we can say that cause is replaced by the result. And the second transformation is antonymous translation, коли світ зіткнувся. When it did not know how to deal with. So it is quite creative, but actually the meaning is developed. We can say that it is quite a combination of two transformations, and positive sentence, positive clause is transformed into negative. Країнам-імпортерам нафти довелося фінансувати покриття значних дефіцитів. States importing oil had to bear losses covering the deficit. Країни is the noun with broader meaning than states. So we can see that it is transformed into states. We can also use here the word governments, but it would not be so accurate because not only governments but companies had to bear losses. So states. And довелося фінансувати, had to bear losses. Here фінансування is a process, and a result of this process is losses. So we can observe how process in the source text is transformed into the result in the target text. Уряди почали робити податкові й інші поступки міжнародному капіталу. Governments began to act in favor of the international monetary institutions in terms of taxation and other issues. So, уряди почали робити поступки. The thing is that we could, of course, translate it with the help of the word concession, but actually we know that these поступки, concessions, actually meant that they ignored their own interests in favor of the international interests, international financial institutions. So we can observe that the process of the process when they робили поступки is rendered into English with the help of act in favor. And process is replaced by the result. And міжнародний капітал is something which is quite vague and general in meaning. And in translation, we find the international monetary institutions. So they're financial institutions of the international scale, and to find a way out and come out, get over the crisis, everybody had to think first about the international state, financial state, conditions and situation, rather than about their own for future development and overcoming the crisis. So the international monetary institutions is something which has quite narrow meaning compared to международный капитал. У широкий вжиток увійшов термін глобалізація як характеристика формування єдиного планетарного суспільства. The term globalization got very popular to mark the creation of an integral global society. У широкий вжиток увійшов термін глобалізація. It means that it was widely spread and became popular. Okay, so in translation we got popular. We can see that the process of входження у вжиток is translated with the help of the result. Became very popular, got very popular. And another is як характеристика, the creation, to mark the creation. So характеристика is characteristic feature, and in translation we see the word to mark, which is more specific, yes, and it's we can see both the development of meaning and expansion of meaning and specification, which is the main here. Триває взаємне зближення різних країн і народів, проникнення інформаційних технологій, політична трансформація і інтеграція на регіональному і світовому рівнях. In translation, we find the following. The process of mutual approximation of different nations, exchange of information technologies, political transformation, and integration between the regions and in the whole world, in the world as a whole. Проникнення інформаційних технологій. It's quite artistic and creative. In translation, we find exchange of information technologies that mean the same, but doesn't sound as artistic as in Ukrainian, which would be quite artificial and probably not so natural.